everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to an algebra video tutorial. We're learning how to do multiplying polynomials, but in this case we're going to do the special case of when we're multiplying by taking a binomial squared. So I've got a couple binomials here, and what we mean by a binomial squared is if I take the whole binomial and we square it. Now if we remember, when we're dealing with exponents or powers, such in this case, the exponent of 2, that means I'm multiplying whatever that is 2 times. So when we use exponents, it's really a shortcut notation for multiplying. And since I'm squaring a binomial, I need to think, well, what does that mean now to multiply that binomial by itself twice? So here we go. We're going to work out both of these and look at a couple examples of multiplying when we have a binomial squared. So let's start with 2x plus 9 squared. If that's squared, what that means is I have 2x plus 9 by itself twice. So I'm going to write it out as, well, that's 2x plus 9 multiplied by 2x plus 9. There we go, it's squared. So there's 2 of them. Once I've done that, now I can see, oh, we just multiply it all out. I'm going to use the distributive property. So this 2x is going to multiply by that 2x. That gives me 2x times 2x, that's 4x squared. Now this 2x is going to multiply that 9. So 2x times 9 is going to be plus 18x. Now I move to the 9. This 9 is going to multiply by the 2x. 9 times 2x is going to be another 18x, and 9 times 9 is going to be 81. For my final result, I want to look to see if there's any like terms, and I'm seeing 18x plus 18x. I can combine those to make 4x squared plus 36x plus 81. And we are done. We've successfully squared our binomial. Now, before I go into the next one, I want to point out a really common mistake that I see students make. So I'm going to draw a little line here. I'm going to label it mistake. Don't do this. Here's what I see students do. They see 2x plus 9, and they see that it's squared. And so what they want to do is distribute this squared. They say, okay, well, 2x squared then is 4x squared. And then 9 squared is 81. And they say, all right, there's our final answer, 4x squared plus 81, because I squared the 2x and I squared the 9, so I'm done. And notice, if you do that, you miss this whole middle term. You miss the 36x, or the 18x plus 18x. It's critical, right? This is not equal to this. So when you see a binomial squared, although it may feel like you're writing it out, it may feel a little mundane, take the time to rewrite it out as 2 binomials multiplied together. Then you'll easily see, oh yeah, I got to multiply all terms out. There should be 4 things when it's all said and done, and it helps you make sure you're not missing everything. So don't do any shortcuts. This squared doesn't apply in this way to polynomials. All right, so now that we got the mistake out of the way, let's take a look at this other example here. I want to do this example because it's an example with a negative sign. We got 5x minus 2, where this one had 2x plus 9. So this is subtly different, but we got to keep track of the negatives. So I've got 5x minus 2 is my binomial. It's squared, so the first thing I'm going to do is rewrite it out as 5x minus 2 times another one, 5x minus 2. Now let's multiply it all out. We've got 5x times 5x. Let's start with those two. 5x times 5x is going to be 25x squared. Now this 5x also multiplies by that negative 2. So 5x times negative 2 is going to be negative 10x. Now this negative 2 is going to multiply. So negative 2 times 5x is going to be another negative 10x. By the way, do you see a pattern here? We get the double 18x's, and now we get the double negative 10x's. Keep that in mind. Whenever you square binomials, we call it a special case for a reason. We kind of see some special patterns emerge. All right, but we're not quite done yet. I still got the -2 now has to multiply by the other -2, which gives me +4. Make sure you keep your negatives all straight. So 25x squared. We already see we can combine the two middle terms. So my final answer, once I simplify, is 25x squared minus the 20x plus 4. All right, there's a couple examples of taking a binomial and squaring it. We looked at one with a plus sign, we looked at one with a negative sign, and we spent a little bit of time looking at what not to do when we're squaring a binomial. Hopefully that's helpful for you as you're practicing working your own special cases of multiplying and binomials squared.